Top 3 Best Methods to Pay Off Debts. If you're interested about personal finance, you've probably heard about Dave Ramsey. If you don't know who he is, just know that he's a financial guru that teaches the average Joe how to manage their finances, and he's very good at it. Of the many works that Mr. Ramsey has put out, the 7 Baby Steps are some of the most popular guidelines for people drowning in debt. It lays out a simple, easy-to-follow plan that establishes a financial foundation that allows debt to be paid off quickly. Here are the 3 best methods to pay off your debts. 1. The debt avalanche. One of the more mathematically sound debt payment plans is the debt avalanche. You'll pay the minimum amount on every bill each month and devote all the extra cash that you can muster towards a single debt to help pay it off faster. However, instead of attacking the debt accounts with smaller balances first as with the debt snowball, the debt avalanche focuses on the debts that have the highest interest rate. This will keep your overall interest payments lower and will get you out of debt faster. With the debt avalanche method, you would tackle that credit card debt first. If left unchecked, over the course of a year that debt will generate an extremely high amount of interest. That's no pocket change to throw off to the side. By getting rid of the high-interest credit card debt first, you cut out the extra leaks that come from the blood-sucking interest rates, saving more money in the long run. As long as you stay with the plan, the debt avalanche should lower the amount of time you're in debt. 2. The debt snowball. In this method, you pay the minimums on every debt that you have accrued, put all extra funds into paying off the smallest debt, and then transfer the money that you're paying into the smallest debt to the second smallest debt. This continues until you've paid off everything. As you begin to pay off more debts, the amount you pay towards the big bills will be much higher. With the debt snowball method, you would find the account with the smallest balance and invest towards paying that off first, ignoring the interest rates. In this case, the personal loan has the smallest balance, so all extra cash would be devoted to paying that off. However, we also said that the snowball will cause you to lose money because you ignore the interest rates of all your accounts. The lack of consideration of interest will cause you to slowly bleed money because you'll be paying much less on the principal amounts of those high-interest accounts. So why use the snowball method? Even though the snowball doesn't seem to be the most mathematically sound plan for paying back debt, it is easily the most popular. For starters, it provides the sensation of victory much sooner. By tackling a small debt first, you'll have fewer bills arriving in your inbox much faster than if you follow the avalanche method. Not only does this make a person feel much better, but it can also keep the levels of motivation higher and may contribute to the debt repayment success levels. The snowball also causes a gain in momentum. By paying off multiple bills and freeing up a large amount of cash to be put on the largest debts, you will feel like you are accomplishing more. To pull a quote from Dave Ramsey's blog post about the debt snowball, the debt snowball works because it's all about behavior modification, not math. When it all boils down, hope has more to do with this equation than math ever will. The advantage of the snowball is a mental one. It is a much easier plan to follow. 3. Debt consolidation. This method has a bad reputation, especially in personal finance communities. If you're not careful, you can potentially dig yourself deeper by consolidating your debt. The idea behind debt consolidation is that you take out a loan. You'll then use this loan to pay off every other debt that you may owe, leaving the debt consolidation loan as your only outstanding debt. This can potentially allow you to reorganize your bills and lower your interest rates. When is debt consolidation a good idea? Limited people can benefit from consolidating debt, but to those it can help, it can be a great investment. Typically, you'll want to not be spending a majority of income on debt payments. Have good enough credit to qualify for a low interest rate for the consolidation loan. Have a plan to stay out of debt once it's paid off. When is it a bad idea? Debt consolidation is no get-out-of-jail-free card. It won't help if you have a small outstanding debt. Don't even bother if you can pay your current debt off within a year, as you'll save next to nothing. You have bad credit. You'll spend way more because you won't qualify for the lower interest consolidation loans. You are overwhelmed by debt. What about taking out a personal loan to consolidate debt? Generally, it follows the same principles. A personal loan can be another debt consolidation tactic if you have good enough credit to get a bank to loan you the appropriate amount of cash at a decent interest rate. However, as with a normal debt consolidation loan, it is not a catch-all answer. If you have an extreme amount of debt, a personal loan will be extremely hard to get. If you manage to get someone to loan you the money, the interest rate will be high and you will end up paying more money in the long run.